Hello, how are we doing? We're online. We're doing good over here. Oh, the internet's working so far. Let's not jinx it though. So we're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna chill and we're gonna go for it. And hi, hello, how are we doing? Welcome on in. It's a late stream today, but it's a stream nonetheless. Hi everybody. Hello, welcome on in. Good to have y'all out here. For those who saw the earlier notification for a stream today, is that
thanks for all the
my internet went out, was weirdly going like up and down for a while, for like an hour and a half before stream started. Just kind of kept going out, was going blah 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 blah, and then like the 45 minutes before stream started, it was like hard down the entire time. And so I'm like doing everything I can to get it fixed. No luck. Talk to them, get somebody scheduled to come out and fix it. And of course, literally right after I got off the call with my internet provider to say, hey, we're gonna you know, just like kind of like, we're gonna get somebody out here to come look at it. Yay, cool. Was able to convince them to send somebody today. And then literally as I hung up the phone, the internet came back online, which happened to be about 5 minutes after the last stream was supposed to start. So, and then I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna just start the stream after I literally just canceled it. So we're just gonna chill for a while, get some work done, and try again later today.
Has a great week. Happy Thanksgiving
But now we're here.
to those who celebrate, or just have a great week off if you get one. fWhip heart, fWhip heart.
I heard weak cough if you get one. I was like, why are we coughing? I don't know, man. Potato People Amber, thank you for the 15 months at tier 2. I really appreciate that. Josephine, thank you for the 6 months. And Phantom Whale, thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. My friends, click the like button if you have not already. It helps me out a ton, so I really do appreciate it. An avid raid on YouTube. Ooh, definitely didn't come from there too, and definitely did not know that was coming. Hey, I'll take it. Welcome on in, avid raiders.
How do I update my world on Modreath to January 21st, 2010 if it doesn't work?
I don't know why the bot reads that out instead of 1.20, 1.10. I have no idea what issues you'd be having with it if it doesn't work. Modrinth probably has a Discord though that you could go ask for some troubleshooting help in there, but I'm not familiar enough with it to help you out. Sorry, Vortex, but good luck though, my dude. Good luck. Definitely go try and find the Modrinth Discord. I'm sure they have one. Hi, I'm here from Avid. I stab everyone with love. Wow, you sound like you're exactly from Avid's community. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Ken Domit. Ken. Let's just go with Ken. Thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. I don't even know. I meant week off. No, you're good. You're good. Rogash is how we doing? I was on a legs raid to Avid and just came when he said he was going to raid you. Oh, Hey, we'll take it. What were y'all up to? Was it Skyblock Day? Or was it Snowy Winter Wonderland vibes SMP Day? Because I need to jump on there soon. I've been meaning to jump on, but I just haven't had a chance. But today, we're not doing that because I wanted to mess around here for a little while. If you haven't seen this, hi, I'm in creative mode. This is a creative copy of the hardcore world. This is old. You can see there's not even the new Wither Skeleton Farm in here. I'm working on building a nether city. So this is what it actually looks like, but we have the brightness turned up for a little bit while we're working through this thing. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm really happy with how it's going. I've decided to make a few changes since the last time we've been working on it. We are going to, in the middle of the tree here, we're going to attempt to put a mob switch. And if that doesn't work, if that like negatively impacts that guy, I'm going to move the mob switch that would be here. We'd like move it back this way as far as we need so that it doesn't negatively impact the Wither Skeleton Farm. So we'll see what goes on that. Christmas SB, there's a hunt for flowers that turned into tag. Sounds right. Is there ever a plan for season 3 of Empires? Probably no, is the simple answer. Everything that you do, like when you're doing series like that, you kind of just keep getting more and more diminishing returns as you go along. And like Empire Season 1 did much better than Empire Season 2 as an example. And so then if we did Empire Season 3, it'd be much worse than Empire Season 2, most likely. And you just kind of fall into this slippery slope of things that just kind of don't perform well. And also a big part is the only way that I personally would want to do Empire Season 3 is if the entire crew that did Empire Season 1 came back. And I'll be honest, that just, I don't think that would be happening. I don't think there's really a chance of that coming in. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's grab some prismarine. Why not? I don't know quite what color I want to make this guy, but I was thinking we could do some bands going around like this. Might be kind of nice to give it a little bit more lip to it. But yeah, the unfortunate reality is that the Empire's crew... Also, I don't think I'm super interested in doing another Empires. But the big part is that... No, I hate that. Most of the Empire's crew is not really interested in doing another one. / they've moved on to other things. Like, how many of the Empire's SMP people are now in Hermitcraft, as an example? I think there's 3. Technically, if you include False 2, there's 4 people. But False was on Hermitcraft before joining Empires, so that's a little bit of a reverse. But, yeah, so when you think about it that way, it kind of makes it's just, I don't know. It doesn't seem very appealing to do something like that. You know what we could do instead of that whole thing? We could bring in some, like... We could just have like an extension coming out here. That's like an exhaust something or another. I feel like I just want this to not be flat on this side, so I was trying to figure out how to do it. So we can do like some sort of a pipe coming out at that point and figure out how to model and everything. We use shelves for this build? Probably. I haven't really started messing around with shelves too much yet. I was, as you can see here, messing around with doing some copper golems. Just to put those dudes in for a few spots. I feel like we can probably... Nah, it's be too dark. Man, we'll try building this way, see how it looks. But I thought these guys could be kind of cool to look like text. Because they give a little bit more interesting shape than we have with the other things. So, maybe. We will see, we will see. Are you planning to make a Thanksgiving style build? No, I don't really build anything for holidays. How do you do it? Make a mob switch. If you get zombie villagers, well, if you get villagers, turn them into a so here's how it works. You have villager, you give job. You give job to villager. You trade with villager once. He's locked in as a villager. He has trade data to him, which means he can no longer despawn. If he says, you know, I don't know, maybe gets turned into a... Okay, well, this plan's going horribly. Hello, just murder the villager. Please just... Oh, somebody just murder this villager. Yeah, there we go. Get the child after him. Perfect. Okay, so here we have a zombie villager. I don't know why he's a fisherman now when he was a librarian that was unlocked, but we'll see if this works. Anyways, so you fly all the way back over here, right? So now everything back over that way is despawned. These guys are still in here. They're still spawning, doing their great thing, all that cool stuff. Yay, 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 yay. And then when you come back over here, you'll notice everybody else is gone but this guy. And he's back to being a correct librarian villager. He's no longer a farmer. That's how you make a mob switch. Now, if you get 128 of these dudes in one spot, they're going to take up the entire mob cap. And then nothing else can spawn. The problem is if you do something like that and say he were to pick up the item, please. Well, he's not going to pick up the item. That's okay. But that would take him out of the... Yeah, so he's no longer in the mob cap. So you do need to be on hard. You need to be on hard for it to 100% to convert this way. That is true. But yeah, so if you get 128 zombie villagers standing in one space that are not holding items and do not have name tags, they will fill up your entire mob cap. So this guy no longer fills the mob cap in here, or is part of the mob cap because he now has he now has that lovely little item in his hand. So you just need to get 128 villagers, put them all in a box somewhere, and within 16 chunks around those villagers, no mobs will be able to spawn anywhere. So that is a mob switch. That is how it works. It is very, very nice. Anyways, there's your tutorial. I've been trying to think of what to do up here. I don't really know what I want to do up there yet. So I'm, again, ignoring it. And I'm trying to think of what to do here. I feel like it needs to just, like, have a section that comes out. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe something like this. Kind of blocks a little bit of it. But then even, like, if we did, like, a... I don't know, something... I got a few inspo pics pulled up on a side monitor. But if we do something like that, that's kind of like it could be kind of cool, like, machine-y element to the build. Any main inspo for this area? Very much off of, like, Cyberpunk 2077 is where a lot of it's coming from, and a lot of, like, what Taco Squad has made in the Cyberpunk world. So, kind of all over the place with inspo. So we're just going to kind of build for a bit today. I don't have a whole lot of great direction for what I wanted to do today. I just thought it kind of sounded fun to log in and mess around with some of this stuff. And see where it takes us. Because usually by the time we're getting going, once I can figure out what I want to, like, whenever I can figure out where I want to start, that's when we usually can get there. Sometimes I just have a hard time actually getting started on things, but that's okay. Honestly, we could just texture this guy a heck of a lot. It looks like Joel's Hardcore 10 or Hermitcraft 10 base. I mean, he also did Cyberpunk, but I don't think he had anything in his city that looked like this, to be honest. Outside of generally being a Cyberpunk theme.
Keep it real.
I love the VODs and videos. Keep up the good work. Your videos have helped me back into Minecraft and become a better builder. Heart suit emoji. Heart suit emoji.
I saw somebody do this recently where you use that as like a little like mini archway. Definitely doesn't work because I have that texture back on that makes them... I actually don't hate it. Baza, thank you so much for the dono, dude. I really appreciate it. Very different style than your normal. Yep, I wanted to change it up as we go into the different dimension. I thought it'd be kind of fun. Also, I'm kind of thinking in here, we just actually make this look like it's a pipe. We do the classic pipe. Then we go with this guy, that guy, so it looks like it's going from there into there. Yeah, pipe. Have you thought about putting the word hub? So Taco Squad did one a while ago where he put an album cover on one of, like a big poster like that, like a big billboard, and I kind of love the idea of putting an album cover somewhere. So I'm kind of leaning towards that, but I just haven't figured out like what I would want to do for it. There it is. What about Japanese style in the end since you don't mix styles? Well, we could put Japanese in the overworld. That could fit somewhere. No digging today. Nope, digging is banned. No digging allowed. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? You gotta find a good, just like something to pull from. I'm kind of thinking that this entire tower here is just like a gray stone, like divider of sorts. Part of me thinks that's like the right way to go. But when I want to do that, I want to do like brain coral. We could try concrete. Like, I never really use concrete. Like, we could actually, for once, use concrete. Because those don't look too terrible next to each other. Implementing some buildstone. I don't think I will, because buildstone inherently just causes lag. I think it looks cool. I think it can be done well. But buildstone in itself is just a lag machine. And I don't know space for that in the world.
Leaves when...
Ilana, thank you for the 38 months. I really appreciate it. Orange Leaves as the badge, I think, is 4 years. Orange Leaves in Minecraft, hopefully soon. If we did like bam, 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 that could be kind of cool. I also now have so much emerald ore that I've been kind of wanting to like play with it as like a texturing block in some way that we get like some green splotches. So we could do some like green elements on here, but maybe not this one. Maybe we save that for like something like that big guy in there. That could be kind of cool. Because if we did like, oh geez, stone to moss, what does that go through? Yeah, we could do that, and then wait a minute, what does stone to emerald ore go? Oh, it does go through concrete, and it goes copper ore. Interesting. I do have a lot of copper ore.
Going through the decent rough patch. Glad to be able to escape with y'all.
Hey, Arcane Gaming. Hopefully it smooths over soon, friend. But thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Emerald is pretty bright, so it's kind of hard to work in towards greens, huh? Apparently, deep slate gold ore is more accurate of a green than emerald ore is, according to this. We'll see. Anyways, before I get distracted too much. And we are just going to have it disappear into the ceiling for now. I have zero plans to actually bring all this stuff up to like having roof elements on them. I just kind of want them to disappear into the roof of the Nether. So we will see if that looks decent or if we actually need to change it. That we could change away from deep slate though, probably.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, you know, that actually doesn't look too bad up there.
Half a year since 10,000 days in your world.
The alert bot voice sounds a little low. It should be normal. Secret Unknown, thank you so much for the 6 months. Half a year since 10,000 days. Oof. I'm close to 12. I'm really close to 12. It's 12,000 days is definitely before next video comes out. We need to get something back here. This is gross. Maybe that's where we start adding some interest coming directly out from it.
What in Slain for Minecraft do you use like Modrith?
I don't. I use just default launcher. The alert box? Oh, the alert box is down a little bit. All right, I bumped it up. I don't use a mod launcher. I just use the default Minecraft instance. I download mods from Modrenth, but I don't use Modrenth, the program. If I am using one, though, I will check out Prism, typically. So you could try that. Okay, let's get some bar action. Let's get some chain action. Kind of like these guys. We need a color to go on here. That's I feel like what we're missing right now is we need some sort of a color. But I'm also okay with it being just kind of big and grayscale for this. It's almost like a divider between this guy and that guy. It's just like this big tower here in the middle. So I don't hate the idea of that in itself. What about terrace on top of the yellow building, like a walkable public space? I kind of want this to be. It's not going to come back here at all. Like we're probably gonna have another building come up here that'll like kind of act like a wall. Would be my guess.
Keep it real.
Oh, now it's super loud. Drummer Joey, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that. Let's go to there. You do green glowing arrow down the side or any other popping color. Big arrow. I'm thinking like back here, it's just like this whole thing gets darkened. It's not bad. No, not bad, not bad. Maybe some brighter stone / gray highlights, maybe. Yeah, we could try some like light gray concrete powder. That could potentially work out for like a little bit of highlight action. Yeah, that gives a decent amount, a little bit of something. But let's make it look more like it's like just like a wash. So it's like dripping, something like dripped from the window. And then do some of these guys in here too. They just kind of add like an extra little horizontal line. They do look a little floaty. They actually don't really add that much up there, so that's never mind. Never mind. Little AC unit or something. Kind of doing some of those over here. Maybe throw the smoker in because it'll give a little bit more contrast. Always struggle with block variation in my builds. Yeah, it just takes practice to figure out what type of little bits work well or not together. And we're also building very much for this brightness level. I just have it cranked up here so it's easier for y'all to see. But like this is ideally what we would be using when we're flying around and actually living in the nether. Why are you cheating with creative mod? I'm not cheating with creative mod. This is a copy of the world. This isn't the actual world. Hard to cheat when I'm not in the same Minecraft world. Ooh, that's kind of all the same down here. Let's turn that into some stone right here. I can understand why people build something twice, the first time in creative and the second time in survival until I started doing bigger builds. Yeah, it's a different game. Like, creative building and survival building are two different game modes, like very much different, and everything about them is like, sure, the blocks look the same, but the how you play and how you interact with the world is completely different. So I don't feel like I'm playing the same game twice. Like, I feel very much like I'm doing two different things. And all that I get out of doing things in creative first is that I don't need to stress my brain out to try and get every little thing everywhere fully organized and done and blah, 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 blah. And like, it helps me turn building into being something less chaotic, which helps a lot with actually getting things done. That's not bad. That's kind of nice up there. I think I officially became a fWhip fan for 1 year. Duelade man, yay! Are you cheating when the title literally says creative planning? True. True. True, true, true. I've definitely gotten better with watching your builds, mainly in texturing, so I feel like texturing adds so much to a build. Yeah, texturing, you can also do too much with texturing, though, so, like, it's a spooky one, because you can actually ruin a build by over-texturing and, like, really adding too much noise to it. So, it's definitely something to keep in mind. I'm just going to actually do that little stone right there. But I'm putting this little highlighted color in here because we have the light. So it kind of makes it look extra bright. Whereas then down here, we don't have a light actually coming in for this one. So we'll make this a little darker. But even that light's probably like casting a shadow, or a reverse shadow down to like there-ish. So we can kind of say that that is... we can even use Minecraft, like the lighting engine itself, to guide a bit when we're in the dark here about where we want to put our light sources. So we can kind of almost work with those here in the same way that like we have these guys kind of casting a few little bits. So we can do a little bit like right in there. And like right through here, we can get that little bit of the darkness coming back in. And all of this brain coral looks lovely right now, but I am going to hate myself for it soon. Because we're going to need a lot of it. But like that right there, that looks pretty good. And it's like in the texturing coming through there. I think that actually looks really nice. And really gives that like shadow cast off vibe, which is cool. Can we please get an update on the mountain? Building is happening. What I was going to do on stream earlier today when we were going to do a survival stream before my internet died, I've done all that. Well, most of it. I almost got one of the first peaks of our new mountain is almost done. So it's coming along. Do gas annoy you, and how do you stop them? By being really, really ridiculously good at the games. You can fight them off and destroy them before they get a shot off. No, nah, gas are a pain in the butt, dude. Gas are a pain in the butt. Now, my plan for gas is to hope that the mob switch I'm planning to build is good enough to deal with the gas. What if we did something in here? And we kind of did like a little like... little thing like that. We can get some deep slate behind these guys. And then we can go into here and we can grab like a little like a blast furnace or something. That kind of looks like a doohickey. That, yeah, that looks great. Looks like it would really do something. Ah! I don't know. I think it looks kind of fine. Yeah, these are all... I mean, everything up here is slab. So there's a lot of spaces that I'm working in stuff. Like, we're going to be doing a lot of slab. A lot of slab tech is going to be coming in. And if we can see it later. I mean, yeah, we built the whole thing on stream. So y'all can see it. Ooh, making the game lag though. There's that one. There's those ones. Haven't built those. Those have all been designed and creative, but ignore that. Yeah, it's coming together. I've done a lot more work on it. I'm not gonna get... Oh, it's laggy loading in the world. I'm not gonna get too close to it over there, just because you gotta have something for the video. But yep, there's the mountain coming in. Oh, I do. We're not gonna hit 1,000 likes today, but because late stream. But so who knows? Y'all can have a spoiler right now. Look at what I designed. I was really inspired by something Germsy Boy shared a little while ago. Turned out super cool. It was either he or he was just sharing it that he found, but somebody made a bunch of bison in Minecraft just look like animals in the outside. And so I was like, I'm gonna make elk. I'm gonna figure out how to make some elk. So we got a little herd of elk up here now. Look at the baby. This is the best I could do for a baby. This is my baby elk. I should try and do yaks though. This is my baby elk. Isn't he cute? This is the male, and then we have a bunch of are female elks called doe? Are they does? We got that down there, so it kind of curves down a little bit, give them a little extra shape to it. They got their tail floof. But like, look at this dude back here. Does he not like, from a distance, just kind of like a little? He fits. Like, I think he works. I think he works for an elk. So there's my little, that's my little of something I wanted to work on recently. Male are bulls and female are cows. Oh, referred to as cows. Okay, so they're not doe. That's good to know before I record anything about that in the video. Thank you. Bear with me for a second here. Might be too much on the button action. Yeah, we're not doing those buttons. Feel like a little pink. Saved a comment section, but my comment farming, no! How else am I supposed to farm comments from y'all? Don't jump! It's a love story. Oh, they're shy. Oh, no, they're very... Wow, it's a love story. Don't touch swords here. What are you doing? Ew. This is a family-friendly stream. Thought they were a moose? Nah. Moose would be so much bigger. Tips to get better at building? Practice! Next question. We're talking about practice. I love practice. Love talking about practicing. Yeah, and finding references. References can be good too, but part of just doing this so that it's out of the way. What I feel like, speaking of finding references, I need to go and like find a bunch of. So I'm thinking we cut a doorway in here. Have like a little bit of like a tunnel coming back. But I need to go re-download Cyberpunk 2077 and just like go for it and wander around and just see what I can find. Kind of think of that. I need to go in there and like just look for details and like stuff along the ground for little like I feel like it's mostly like trash cans and just piles of old rusted cars and things all over the place. So we need to figure out a way to netherify that, because I want to relate this back to Minecraft some more than what we have currently, but I think we're definitely getting there. Speaking of which, I need to look at something. Where is Minecraft Spotify? Oh, why are their albums so... Their album covers are so highly detailed. I don't want that. I was gonna say, what if we just... I need to look up some fun, simple album covers. I need to go back and, like, find some cool stuff. The Minecraft Legends one could be kind of cool. Minecraft Legends logo. Of... Where is it? This here, let me... Oh, I just opened my Spotify. No, I don't want... I just want to open the image. No, that's incognito window. That's the wrong button. It's fine. If we can figure out how to do some form of... Does this work? It does work. If we can figure out how to do some form of this for the album cover, that could be kind of sick. Maybe we take out these dudes and we just try and see if we can make that like up here. Yeah. Like that going like right there. We'd have to scale it down, get rid of the text, but I think we could maybe guess. Let's try it. Let's see what we can come up with. Am I jumping around and not going to get any specific thing done today? Probably. But that's okay. Let's try just grayscale blocking it out for now. Concrete. Actually, no, we're just going to go straight for it. We're going to do this. We're going to do this for the sky. I'm just going to concrete color it for now. And we're going to see where we can go. Okay, so let's start with our foreground element here. Kind of comes into a little path right. It's definitely lower. It's definitely more in here. This is where my emerald ore could come in for a little bit of green, a little bit of gray. Our blue sky is going to be like... Because this comes up to like a shrine thing here. That might be kind of hard to make unless we do some like glazed terracotta magic. No, that's going to be like a building there. This is also a building over here. Or a spire of sorts. There's actually like a big like white cloud something or another back in there. But then it kind of comes down. There's my album cover. It's fine. Well, what can we use for... We can use gray glazed terracotta to kind of like form the top of a dome. And then are there any textures that we could use that would be like a... Ooh, we could use some chain in front of it. So that kind of forms our little arch right there. That's kind of sick. I don't mind giving like multi-layer things in here. Or when we want like a skinnier thing, we can add some wall depth and whatnot to make this, give ourselves extra shapes that we might want. Because this guy here, he's a big, so he'd actually be probably more like... He's like that. But he's probably mossy. Yeah, okay. Stone brick for the building. I feel like stone brick for the building is just like a little... It's a little too much to like start there. This guy here we need to get like it's kind of got like this little like cliff edge thing to it. And then this actually comes like down along here. There's like a... This path like winds, goes like woof woof woof. So I'm trying to just see what we can do with that. Anyways, let's go back to figuring out what can we use for this that has any functional block. Dude, if you could put a blast furnace sideways, that would be perfect right here. You can do a crafter sideways. Wait a minute. Okay. We actually have a purple flower down here. This actually comes out a bit more to the edge here, so I might... That's kind of like where the flowers would go in. I think we're going to have to skip doing all of our people, though, unfortunately. I was going to try and see if we could figure out how to do those. This is kind of like a, we're probably gonna do like a green here. We need to add a green that's like slightly darker. Like I need like an in-between of these guys. Yeah, well. Lime terracotta sounds lovely. Maybe shelf. Ooh, shelf could be sick. Where would we use the shelf though? The shelf actually could be, ooh, I think it'd be a birch shelf actually. Could be this tower. I mean, it's gonna be that dark too. What in the like 3rd grade painting are we making right now? The bottom path needs to be a bit skinnier, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. I was trying to make like the let me see. Can I, let's go like here. Here. How are we doing proportions?
Pleased to meet you.
6 months. Fab bye.
Ollie, thank you so much for the 6 months. Bye bye. So we're a little pushed up. So I think it probably all would come down a block, but this guy right here, he's definitely going up too sharp. So I think we need to kind of just bring him out that way. You can't see the corner because my face is in the way. That's fine. I think we just need to kind of say screw it and go that way. We need like a half. I guess we could do slabs in front. Use a conduit for the rightmost tower. It's not a bad idea. I'm okay with this being a little spinny. Up there. It does give off light though. I don't like that conduits give off light all the time. But we did that, and we can't put that there because that would be off. Perhaps upside down stairs to create depth. Well, we don't really... I'm trying to limit how much, like, extra blockage we're doing on it. To be honest. Like, we have... I want to mess up the grass a lot, because we have a lot of that. But, like, there's little, like, flowery things in there that are pretty light that we could kind of do, like, a little, like... If it's not 100% accurate, that's okay, as long as it looks decent. As long as it looks decent, which it is kind of starting to give. It's definitely looking like a painting. It's looking like a picture of something. It'll help with all the yellow concrete underneath that is gone, but it's not looking bad. It's not looking too bad so far. I think I'm gonna give it a harsh.
Pleased to meet you.
Bottom border.
Life is short, be happy. Good evening, fellas. Celebratory gesture emoji. Heart hands emoji. Raised fist emoji.
Milky, thank you so much for the 34 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right there. We definitely need to. That would go lighter than. Oh, melon. That's a play. That could be under here because that's very heavily textured. That would kind of help just noisify it. Oh, you can't even tell it's textured from back here. Is there a way to combine mods like fabric mods and forge mods? No. Well, simple answer, no. Complicated answer, it depends on a mod per mod basis. If there is a port between them, there can be ways. There are some mods that are developed for both, but if you're not familiar with how to do that, I'm not gonna explain. I do apologize, but that'd be a lot. That'd be a lot of effort for something that is very difficult to explain over Twitch chat. Follow the Emerald Brick Road. Not a big fan of the green terracotta we have currently. No, the green concrete. So I'm going to trade that all out for lime terracotta just because the painting, the actual artwork we're basing it off of, is much, much lighter. So if we can just kind of get a little bit closer to that. Also, what could... Ew. Get rid of that. What's a little bit lighter than this guy that still has some green to it? Okay, let's go in between emerald ore. Light gray concrete. Anything else? Copper ore. Okay, well. What else? Mossy cobble's definitely darker. Ooh, some dead tube coral could potentially be decent. I feel like I'm just like not really loving this section up here. Bamboo. Mambu. No, not mambu. Bamboo. It's a little dark. Honestly, y'all, I'm not hating it. I think it's because I know what I'm looking at, so that's definitely making it easier to see. Part of me is kind of tempted to see if we can build the horse. Part of me is kind of tempted. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can make a, like, if we have the head there, the legs there, the body, and I don't think we can make the loot or anything. But if we go with like a glass, we can start with and what wall would be for the horse's head? The horse is kind of a whitish color, so we're gonna go with that. This would be a copper bulb. And then this is gonna be it's so bad. I don't know why, but it really looks like a path leading to a mountain with a house on it. That's the goal. You lost me when you used diorite. I'm kind of leaning towards sandstone. I think that might be a little bit better. And from the sandstone, we can go into like a mud brick wall for a little darker, for like the shadow that gets cast on the dude. We need something else in here, though. Maybe a fence gate. Yeah, just like a jungle fence gate. Eyeballs. Yeah, eyeballs. Where's the head? What do you mean? The fence gate's the head. Obviously, they're wearing a hood, which is the prismarine. Oh, we're so good at this game, dude. Oh man, we're amazing. Shows up as more as well when you look at all the color. This is a masterpiece. Hey, I'm just saying.
Pleased to meet you.
Better late than never. Hello Fweens and cutie mods, remember to like the stream, _fWhip heart.
Oh, I forgot to pause. Just like... Okay, well I can't make this window any smaller than that. I guess I can do that. Can I make it even smaller? Oh, I can't make it any smaller. My perspective is so off. My perspective is so off. And there's a hoglin dancing on top of it now. Oh, get out of the way, you stupid ghast. Horse is in the wrong place. I mean, it would need to be like a block up, maybe. Definitely Picasso vibe. Yeah, it's very... It's the idea of... Yeah, because we're taking like this path like that way right now. It's hard to get that pure diagonal angle. Look, he kind of cooking. It's kind of getting there. Like, if we get it like another 5 hours, like, I think we can get there. No, we're not doing that. That gas just flying in front of my build. Deserved. I want to see if we... Actually kind of helped it a little. Yeah, we can move the horse up. Well, now it looks like they're wearing a tree. If I squint, the main thing that is missing is the atmospheric perspective of the castle. It's very blue shifted and low contrast in the reference. Yeah, the only hard part is we're very limited on the block types that we want to use up here, but now that I'm thinking about it, that kind of has that like shape of the arches, the prismarine brick. It looks like an arch. It reads to me as a like an upside down U from here. It's definitely very blue shifted up there. Unfortunately, we're kind of limited on like the options of moving green towards blue, unless we go to warped, I guess. But I also don't want it to just like blend into the sky, you know? Well, if we do... Yeah, that to that. What's that look like? No, copper. Maybe try some copper in here instead. Bro, I'm building here. Can y'all not fight? Need some clouds. Yeah, we got to get some clouds in there somehow. We're going to probably have to eventually figure out a custom nether ceiling, because all of this is gross. Clouds, 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 clouds. What can we use for clouds? Candles? Nah, I'm not feeling the candles. A little too much. From back here, it definitely reads. Definitely gets a little bit more cloudage when you're back that far away. Spiderwebs? I really don't like the look of spiderwebs, I'll be honest. You know, kind of cooked. I think I kind of like it. I think I'm starting to kind of like it. This definitely is a little bit more blue shifted over here. We'll do that right in there. I think this guy definitely could use a little. Because he just had gray concrete behind him before. 10 more minutes to work till I'm off till Monday. Ooh, get it, get it, get it. You know what we could have done instead of these? We could just do... that gives a pretty decent cloudage. And we can also use that to... Oh, dude, we could use that to, like, blend our pathway better. Kind of forcing that angle we wanted a little bit more. Do regular stone lapis blocks even exist anymore? You can still find them. Yeah, lapis is actually fairly rare in Minecraft. Yeah, they exist. You can find them. That's actually not a bad idea for right back in here. No, that's too blue. Too brew. Where is this place mainly going to be viewed from? I mean, we're going to be flying from... the hope is that, like... eventually the path nether portal, the one in the cave, is going to pop out right here, so you'd be kind of just walking around, you'd see all this, or even from down here, like it looks awkward, but it doesn't look terrible. It looks like a 3D advertisement, cyberpunk. And so the goal is that you can walk around, but then it also looks fine flying around with an elytra, as you need to go up and down different tunnels and things. Yeah, this is something that'll be viewed from all angles, but I only really care that it looks good from far away. If it looks weird up close, that's fine. But honestly, y'all, I think we kind of cooked on that. That looks cool. It's also that I know what I'm looking at, so that's part of it. So I think our goal is that we just leave it for a bit. We don't touch it. Unless...
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, I think we just leave it and don't touch it for a while, and we see if we like it. The only other thing that we could do would be try and add in our little boys. I would love to have a shelf centered on a block, but that's not possible, huh? So we did like this and this. This is just too skinny for the top, but that could kind of symbolize our dudes. Well, I guess at the bottom instead of that, we could do like as their legs, and that's their torso and body, because then the other dude would be Somewhere right about there. I think it needs end rods at the bottom, so it's all bright instead of the blue really popping out. I actually kind of like that the light doesn't cast down. And also, I want to hold off on that until we get this area built out, because this most likely is going to be like end rods or like hanging signs across here, because this is going to be like one of those little classic cyberpunk ramen stands. So you get that, and that's going to cast a slight amount of light coming up. And then that's also going to be the market here. We're probably also going to have some sort of a glass railing or something along here. Or, I don't know. I'll just go with cyan for now or something like this. Now we'll only have it be one tall. But, like, it'll get something like that. We tried implementing buildstone into it. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan. Buildstone, I think, is like interesting, but I don't love the look of it in a lot of cases. But I see we have Mumbo viewers today, so no, just messing around. I think buildstone's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's in concept of what Jake Kelton was able to come up with. It is a very, very cool thing that somebody's been able to accomplish that type of detailing and that level of stuff into a Minecraft world. But I think that for me, I would rather prioritize builds that look good when they're not having a lever switched on, turning them on. Just because when I'm looking at how I'm playing my Minecraft game, I'm already dealing with so much lag in this world that it's just like, I gotta be careful. What is buildstone? It's a new redstone thing that people are doing that got popularized by a YouTuber named Jake Kelton that now Mumbo has really taken off with his Hermitcraft base, where you're basically using redstone to make things like spinning fans or like birds flapping in the sky or something like that, using skulk sensors or observer chains. And if you think about it, back in Empire Season 2, this guy was doing buildstone. You see Gobland? You see the giant lights we had all over the place that were chains of observers going back and forth? We were buildstoning. Who did it first? No. It's just... But, so yeah, I think it's cool, but I don't think it's for me. I think with just... Will you consider buildstone a trend? 100%. Buildstone is definitely a trend right now. Who knows? Buildstone could stick around, but it's definitely a trend. Like, it's definitely something that's only... Like, it's only really popular right now because people saw what Mumbo is doing, and people love Mumbo. And so they're following what Mumbo is doing. I think what Jake was able to come up with, really cool. Like, in itself, it's a really, really cool thing. But it wasn't that popular until Mumbo started doing it. Like, it had some decent Reddit posts every once in a while where people are like, oh my god, have you seen this thing? But it wasn't like taking off in the same way it is now, you know? Are you good at rustic build styles? I would think so. I feel like I'm pretty decent at like any build style. I mean, if you give me an hour or two, I can figure out any build style and how it works. Given enough time, I can do any build style, to be honest. I don't like that being a little like yellowy. I also feel that like once you get to be like once you've built for long enough in Minecraft, there's not really build styles out there that are like impossible to figure out. It might take a little practice to get something done correctly, but they're not like impossible to do. Mobo always says he just hopped onto the trend. Oh yeah, but I've seen so many people talk about how Mumbo invented Buildstone. I'm like, bro, Mumbo's out there like every video he's making right now, which by the way, I love that he's doing this. Like huge props to Mumbo for this. But every video Mumbo's been making recently, he's been like, and this is from Jake Kelton. Like, I got this idea from Jake's YouTube channel. And people are like, oh my God, Mumbo, how did you invent that? That's so cool. And Mumbo's over there like, no, please look at this guy. And like, I really appreciate that Mumbo's doing it. He definitely doesn't have to, but he's a good human. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Oh, can you not face them? Oh, it's direction locked. Ugh. It's fine. I need something going that way in there because we have this very prominent thing going up and down here. We need to have like one thing that like fills that space, and then the rest can just be texturing. But we also need to finish texturing this purple, so. No, I think the birch is a great block. Anybody who thinks birch is a bad block is a bad builder. So before somebody says in the comment here, you can go tell Canman I said that. That's fine. Somebody else is gonna say, oh my God, Canman. What if he heard that? No, go tell him. I stand by it. If you think birch is a bad block, you're a bad builder. Just use some 45-degree pillars to offset the vertical lines. Oh, we could do like a crosshatch. That wouldn't be bad. Thinking like a something like that, like a pipe going up. Grab our schmear. We can work with some stairs to smooth that. If you view Minecraft blocks as colors, there's not really a bad block. True. Heck, I'm pretty sure we have purple in here somewhere already. Oh, maybe we don't. But we got a ton of, like, this thing's all cyan and pink. Like cherry and warped wood. I really love how that one turned out. That's a good build. Now that we have this, like, much more grayscale throughout here, I'm really, really happy that I decided to keep this as grayscale instead of, like, trying to figure out a color that matched with it. So, Wombat, how we doing? Welcome on in. Can y'all stop fighting up there, please? We just built that place. Please don't make it a mess. Now we gotta figure out how the heck we're gonna do this. Yeah, because all of this is just very, very bright in here. Excuse me, spruce, everything is beautiful, but I love acacia.
Pleased to meet you.
I honestly think acacia is my favorite wood type.
Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Smiling face with
Coffee
hearts
Sloth.
emoji.
Thankful for you. Thank you for the 46 months. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well today. I don't know what I want to do in there yet. We need to focus on this before we get lost at another distraction point instead of texturing this wall. Because I have spent most of this stream now getting lost away from texturing this wall, because who wants to texture a thing? The decor reminds me so much of a certain block they had in Conquest. Yeah, Conquest had a lot of really good stone blocks that had like a dark color to them when they were making a lot of stiff. Actually, I'm kind of thinking, let's color swap this. Just this little section in here. Make it like an inviting thing. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? What? Ooh, honestly, we just talked about purple. Let's try it. What's like a slight darker than purple? Ginger terracotta. Oh, we could use some repeating command blocks. That'd be great. Amethyst. Honestly, amethyst could be kind of sick right here to. Kind of creates that little arch. This is kind of what I'm marking back areas with, just until we have some purpose for actually going back into them. Magenta, magenta when it gets darker kind of works. I mean, it's not something we see often, but it looks kind of vibing with it.
Pleased to meet you.
Finally have a day off to catch a live stream. Been watching for a while but could only recently become a member. I love your content. It's inspired and made me a better builder, well-rounded MC player.
Riley Country Boy, thanks for the 3 months at tier 2. I really appreciate that. That's super kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This song, who needs therapy? You can just listen to this song on repeat. Just kidding, go to therapy. Okay. Stardew's soundtrack is really good. Does he finish the wall this time? Hey, Pooch. Chill, chill, chill. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Look at, we got 1,000 people in here. We're not even at 400 likes yet. Come on. 1,000 likes, we'll finish the wall. Yeah. That's your fault, not mine. Yeah, dripping pipe. Stardew soundtrack is what I listen to get work done. Honestly, I'll turn it on every once in a while just to really get, as they say, locked in. And then I have to say that I'm locking in like probably 20 or 30 times before I actually lock in, but then like I'm locked in. Feel like I want to get, this needs some more detailing to it. It doesn't look bad as is, but it's just a flat textured wall. Like it doesn't have much going on. Procrastination is a beautiful thing. Yeah. I think the gray concrete looks a little yellow. I'm kind of using it for weathering though. I'll be honest. I am using it for that differentiation in the texture. It definitely does not perfectly match with the other grays, but I wanted it for that texturing. I think what I am going to do though is just so that we can have a little bit of a better, so we're going to just take everything up here. This is all just going to be stone. Everything up here can be pale moss. That way we can still climb it, but there's no longer mobs spawning on them. And then also at the top, just to make sure that we're super good on it. Actually, let's go with warp trap doors. And then... yeah, because that gives it a nice little lip thingy up there too. Okay. How to the run to the store was not a fun time. Well, yeah, you're running. That's never fun. Let's get in there. I'm actually really happy with how that's come together. Now that I've been like kind of moved on to do other things, it's looking pretty good. You lift? Do you lift, bruh? Yeah. Yep. Nah. I'm not like a gym rat, but I like lifting. Lifting is good for your body. Would recommend. Yeah, that helps there. forgot that. Big exhaust fan sucking the nether up. Yeah, we're going to take the pollution out of the nether and pollute the nether roof. I think that's the way to do it, yeah. We just need like something on the side of this. Something to symbolize like machinery going on. Let's go Cyberpunk 2077 buildings. God, this game is so pretty. They did such a good job on this game. Honestly, there's just like exhaust fans everywhere, dude. We have some exhaust fan designs over here. What can I just like steal? I'm stealing you. We could just like put, looking at a quick thing from Cyberpunk, they actually just like, there's like a point on a building where they just like have so many of them. There's like 8 of them together. We could take some. There's even some that are like, let's go here. Let's go 5. And then this is going to come up to being 2.5. And then I want to take some walls, which are going to take some tough. And it's going to kind of loop around to there as if it's like kind of looping around into that. Iron bars. Yeah, we can do some bars too. This would kind of have like a grate on it, actually. But actually, I want to do that as like copper bars. And then we can, I need like a little item panel. So, ooh, a shelf could be kind of sick. Do like a little like oak shelf. Looks like it's wearing in a bit. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I like, that's a good little detail in there. Now we need like something that like goes this way, because we got bam and bam, or even just like a single one thing. Graffiti looks cool. Have you had any art spaces so far? I mean, we have this big advertisement we spent probably like 40 minutes making today. It's supposed to be like one of the Minecraft Legends soundtrack. It's supposed to be the cover art. If you squint and tilt your head away from the screen and close your eyes and look at it, it looks on point. What the fWhip? Linksy, thanks so much for the raid. How we doing, y'all? Welcome on in. We're doing some things. I don't know. We're trying to build. We're seeing how building goes today. Now we're just messing around with some Nether Hub stuff. Hope y'all are doing good. What were we up to today? Still working on the castle? Linksy raids. Tell me Linksy raids. A dumpster? I mean, we can do like a dumpster like down there probably, but I'm trying to figure out what to do in this point. Part of me's kind of thinking, dude, you want to know what I want in this game? A stone wall. Wouldn't a stone wall just go so hard in Minecraft? Just like a little, like just like something like that, but like stone, not andesite. Link was saying the same thing today. Yeah, trying to build, see what happens. Maybe a red and green flags on the shelf as indicators. Honestly, that'd be such a small detail that like you would never. I mean, I'll throw it on just to see. I think red and lime would be good. Don't be started on stone walls. You know, like that looks good, but like that's like some, I don't, if that doesn't add extra leg, then sure, it's kind of cool to have. but like we can barely tell that's a thing. Dripstone variants, dude. Dripstone variants. Yeah, dripstone slabs would be really, really nice to have. Fire escape staircase, like on the side of apartment thing. Yeah, the problem is I put this pipe down here, so I feel like a fire escape staircase is kind of hard to throw into that. Also, smooth stone stairs. Please? Game? This game hates us. That's all it is. Obviously, Minecraft is out to get specifically how I play the game. They want me to quit playing Minecraft. They said, fWhip, you gotta stop, dude. You can't Minecraft any longer. I said, but why? They just said I was too good at the game that I had to stop for everybody else's sake. So they couldn't give me what I wanted. I'm sure that's exactly what happened. I guess we could put some cobblestone in, but I don't really want to do much cobblestone. Cobblestone is actually lighter than most of these guys. Oh, sorry, buddy. I hope you're doing well down there. Kind of destroying your habitat a little bit, but it's fine. I'll recover. Andesite and dripstone pickaxe urgently. Why? Why have everything that you could get? That's like the urgent request. Mostly out of curiosity. Like I'm curious what your thought process is. Because I feel like for me, like more tools is very low on my desirability list. Because I would say like that would land as worse than a copper tool. How many copper pickaxes have y'all went through? Because I, granted, came into this in endgame already, and I've went through a total of 0 copper pickaxes. As in, I still have never even crafted one. I've unlocked the recipe, because obviously I've done other things. But I have not, crafted a copper pickaxe quite yet. I'm trying to limit how much tough I'm using, but oh my gosh, I want to throw some tough in this so badly, y'all. Crafted one and put it in a chest. Nice. Crafted 4, used 4. There you go. Creative mode only player, so 0. Fair, fair. Understandable.
Make a copper museum.
Eesh. That could be a good way to finally use one. There's
Pleased
enough
to meet
things.
you.
You can make a huge museum if you just put copper in it. That needs something else. I like that it has like this big like arch to it, but I'm not vibing with that.
Pleased to meet you.
You can say it's tough not to use it. Okay. Okay, thunder thighs. Been using plenty of copper tools as I'm not iron rich yet. Okay, so like people who are in the early game are finding use for them. That's nice. That is good to hear. not enough of a detail to warrant it. But it could potentially be just to give that like an extra little bit of a lip on the outside. Actually, I kind of like that. I think that's pretty solid. And then down here, just to break up the symmetry, I want to do... Oh, we did forget these little barry things. I think somebody had mentioned that earlier. Way to like hold it up. I feel like yeah, I have this guy. We can do this guy. Clern. Yeah. Look at us. We got another building done. Purple pink texturing looks amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I think my favorite texturing that we've done so far is this one, where we're working from, we have pinks going into cyans, and then we're going into dark prismarines from that and back to pinks. I feel like that was a really good one. And we got the harsh transition down to like the reds in here, which is fun. What do we make this? Is this cyan terracotta? It is. Gosh, remember everybody used to use cyan terracotta for everything before tough brick came out? Or just tough in general. Tough has really replaced cyan terracotta in a lot of like stone building. People used to use cyan terracotta for like any stone thing, like a darker stone. Also, Kat, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Do you find where the mega lag was coming from in the hardcore world? I removed half of the item frames in the map hall, and we waxed all of the signs, and that actually helped so much. Like, amazingly, I'm so surprised at how much that actually helped. So we're actually looking pretty good on our lag situation now. I kind of want to do like some little like this just needs some like extra stuff back here. Something like that carries along with the streaks. I don't hate it. Okay. Okay. I'm hoping that eventually like turns into a tunnel that actually leads somewhere. Same with like up here, could be cool if that became a tunnel too. I'm gonna go take a nap. Rogue Ashes, thanks for hanging. Copper lanterns. I don't really want to have any light down there yet. Light I want to add in later, only if I absolutely have to. Because then I also really want to get rid of that. That looks gross. Because the plan is to put a mob switch in the tree, as long as that doesn't negatively impact wither skeleton farm rates. So I still need to test that. But the hope is that we can then actually like build and like have placeable blocks.
Keep it real.
King Elfie, thanks so much for the raid, dude. Welcome on in. That's stack. That's not move. I'm gonna move this up. I want to break that. Break that. Where's the other one? Isn't there another one? Yeah, there's. I put two of them over here. How we doing? What were y'all up to today? Hellos, hellos. King Raid, welcome on in. How we doing? How we doing? We are messing around in the hardcore world, or not in the hardcore world, in a creative copy of my hardcore world today, designing a new nether hub. For those who are like, what the heck are you doing? I thought you play hardcore. I do, but we're in. Oh, ignore that. Ignore that sound. There's actually no bad sounds happening right now. Just you can. Anyways, moving on. There's no bad sounds happening right now. Because we could use this as like a little like sidewalky element. Stream in Skyblock Kingdoms. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Again, like we can kind of mix and match between where it's all going. But maybe that's bad because very much a city would be like super flat. So we'll see. I do know that this whole thing here in the middle needs to get removed. I just haven't done it yet. Goodbye. Oh, they lived. Oh, we're gonna have to repair so much of that lava. This looks awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it's been really fun. These guys are completed so far. Pretty much everything up to like here. We've been working on this stuff today, trying to make the Minecraft Legends album cover art. kind of. Then we've got just these big old city stack buildings. My goal is that I want to bring my nether where normally my nether hub is up here. And I want to re-engage with the actual nether in the world. So we're bringing it down here. So my like main portal is getting moved to this spot instead of being up there on the roof. So we're trying to build out a city pretty much, and then the different roads will lead to where like different portals are and stuff. But this is like an old copy of my hardcore world nether. Totally didn't hear anything. There was nothing to hear. I don't know what bad sound you're talking about. That's awesome, the billboard. Thank you. That was a tough one to figure out. I think we got it though. I think we got something pretty sweet. I'm not in love with this though. I'll be honest. I think I want to actually drop it all back down. We're gonna just undo some stuff real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Okay. For those who are like, what the heck are you doing? This is a mod called Axiom. It is amazing. If you used World Edit, this is the new World Edit. Well, then that brings us to here. Ooh. I'm really looking forward to... Ooh, all of this will need to be spawn-proofed over here. So maybe this is like a... At this point, whenever we enter inside of that, we need to make sure everything gets spawn-proofed. So that can, like, drop down a half slab. That's okay to drop it a little bit over here for, like, a little weird side road. Okay, now we can just go whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Boop, 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 woo. Cool. Clearing all the concrete out of here is actually going to suck because we're using concrete in building. Normally I use concrete for this type of stuff because I don't build with concrete too much. And I'm now realizing how much that is going to suck. Yeah, that gives us buildable space in here instead, and I think just looks a little bit better. With the new spear coming out, have you thought about making a horse jousting ring? I think it could be fun to do some horse stuff again. We still have to finish our quest to get to the fastest horse. Still haven't actually gotten that. We're technically 0.003 blocks per second off of the fastest horse in Minecraft. So we could start working... we could start working on some, like, we could also work towards max jump and max health, so then we could breed them and actually get the super horse. After seeing those bison and now your elk, I really want to try some more stuff purely for background of open fields. Dude, J-Buzz, have you figured out? Somebody in here was saying to try a yak. I think I'm going to try a yak next to see what I can come up with. Trying to get a fast horse with Mounts of Mayhem coming up on 13.46 or something. Yeah, once you get above 14, it's not always guaranteed to get a faster one, which makes it a little bit more difficult to manage. But it's still doable. Still doable. Cyberpunk 2077 mega building. Let's see what we can find. Can we get, like, in-game screenshots of, like, walking around at the bottom, like, along the street? No, just all these big zoomed-out ones. Fine, I guess I have to go open dang Cyberpunk in order to get good references. Ugh, internet, ugh. I should have paid more attention when I was zooming around Night City. That's kind of cool. Just like a random strip of orange on a building. That's cool. What time is it? 4:40? Okay, I still got a little time. I got a 30 heart horse, but every time I try to bump the gene pool, the average ruins me. Yeah, it's getting an actual, like, fully maxed out horse is, like, near impossible, which is unfortunate. It's so up to chance because you have to take, to even get 2 stats, like 2 stats actually maxed out, that's so difficult, but, like, that's doable. To get 3 stats maxed out, like, that's near impossible, unfortunately. Sorry, I'm just trying to find some references on the side right now. I know you're like, why are you not doing anything? I came for entertaining live stream. And I'm like, is it not entertaining just looking at my face as I stare at my side monitor and say nothing? Ugh. Do you even like me?
Keep it real.
We're getting so many raids today. What is going on? Puppies Tummies, welcome on in. Hello, how are we doing?
The way you use Axiom is so smooth. In actuality, messing around with it right now, trying to learners it.
Ooh, good luck, Drummer Joey. Good luck. Go check out that video from Ash's Den if you really want, like, a big see-through stuff. But welcome on in, Raiders. How are we doing today? Hi. Revived Rascal, thanks for the tier 1, dude. Welcome on in. We are currently doing some creative planning for my hardcore world. My goal is to move into the Nether. Well, I for my nether hub. My current nether hub, well, a copy of it, is up here on the roof. Our goal is to move it down into the nether, and for that, we're making a cyberpunk city. Totally simple, super easy stuff to be doing. Yeah, not a big challenge at all. So we're kind of just slowly working through this. This is what we've been working on so far. Well, these are completed. What we've been working on today is this middle guy here, and we tried making this like if you just look at it from really far away, it kind of, well, it's supposed to look like the Minecraft Legends album cover. For those familiar with it, do I still have it pulled up? I do. So this little thing right here is supposed to be that guy. Kind of. Just squint and look away from the monitor, and then it will look like it. So we tried building that out in here. So that's kind of, we've been working on a lot of just random things today. We're kind of really just jumping around doing all the things, but I really appreciate the raid. Welcome on in, folks. Let me turn that off. There we go. Up to episode 41 in your hardcore series, slowly getting through it. Nice. You only got 69 episodes to go. Not even joking. There's 110 episodes. So you're getting there. You're getting caught up. We'll snooze the ad that's coming in right now because we just got a ton of people rating in. I'll let y'all skip it. I'll let y'all skip the little ad. Let's start working on this section here. I feel like this just needs like a cool color to it. We need to figure out what color that's gonna go here. What's a good color palette we could jump for? I really like this city being colorful. I'm really liking the idea of painting everything. What if we did orange? We don't have an orange yet, but there's orange up there. We could remove that. That doesn't need to be orange. But what if we did like a dark burnt orange that will fade back to like browns? So we start with like red sandstone, or smooth red sandstone, and our goal is to get to packed mud brick. What would this look like here? Okay, so some acacia, terracotta, raw copper could be fun, and then a little rooted dirt thrown in. That would be kind of sweet. Do you mess around with the gradients brush and Axiom for the larger ones? No, everything we're doing in here is hand texturing. Yeah, let's see what we can get on this. I like this. I like this idea. Let's just start it all to get our work area. Let's move everything to being smooth orange sandstone. Inside of here, I'm going to go with, we're never really going to see it, but what's a good block that we could just throw in super easy? Do we want to just do oak as the little floor? Honestly, might not be bad.
Pleased to meet you.
Lost Kiri, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Just came in, didn't think you'd be live today. Yeah, I was having internet issues this morning. My internet died this morning. And then, ooh, I think I can clone this bad boy to here. And we can just bump them up to there. Nope. Wrong. Yeah, easy. Yeah, I was having internet issues this morning, so I had to cancel the first live stream. But then I missed you all, so I'm back. Ooh, we did that green in here already. We'll just get rid of it. It's fine. I'd rather this be orange. Well, I guess maybe that could be like... we'll start with that as like a dark line. Kind of thinking like these just go. I'm gonna leave that white in there because I think it could actually look pretty sweet. This is probably going to fade back to gray as it goes. But already looking at it. So we need to get this guy. We need to go back. Go back. Back. Bam. Just trying to clean it up a little bit before we actually get working. Oh, wrong one. That building will be something different, so that's okay. Did we forget any of them? We're good. Okay, cool. Imagine living in the city and seeing a fireball the size of your head flying at you at 60 miles per hour. It is cyberpunk, which in essence is dystopian. So, transportation of the citizens. I want to do like trams and things, but also spaceships exist. Mostly because I designed these a long time ago. And I absolutely love them. I got on a kick where I was just having fun designing spaceships themed after fish. So this is my catfish spaceship. And I love him. We also have one that's themed after a salmon. So I want to continue making more fish ships eventually. I have so much raw copper too that this won't even be a problem. That's kind of brighter than smooth. That is brighter. Just add a few highlighty spots in throughout. Just get a few of these. Got a lot over on that wall, so I can kind of stretch down in there. I don't think I'm really going to do much. I actually don't think I'm going to do rooted dirt. I think rooted dirt's a little too noisy looking. Fish ships. Yeah. Fish and ships. Exactly. Dude, that's somebody remind me if we make like a ship builders something or another. That needs to be the name. That's such a good name. It's going to be pretty dark in here. We can hide some glow lichen in somewhere, maybe. Really Lego Worlds and swap from a Minecraft builder to a Lego Worlds master builder? I don't really think so. I like building in Minecraft. I don't really think I'm in a spot where I need a different game. I think you should definitely go check it out if you're interested, though. It sounds fun. I do like Lego. I just don't have time to become a master builder of a different video game. I got too much time on this game. You know what? Because we have the little bit of like green in this building already. With like, I want to keep that dark bros green over there. I think it looks good. I mean, take that green and move it up there too. I think that'd be a good balance. And then we need to start thinking about like how these complementary colors are going to match up together to create like a good flow for the eyeballs. Because we don't want to just be pure chaos. But in here, We can go with bars, and we can get our oxidized copper bars, and we can use these guys as a little bit of like greenage. We need to get a little bit of light. So I think I'm gonna go with some glurkin. And we can do a little bit up there. That kind of, yeah, that gives like a good subtle glow. We'll do it above wherever we have the red sand, at least like one of them, so it kind of makes sense for why we have that highlighted spot in there. Really just like forcing that light through. I think that looks pretty good. As far as the orange in there. What's your favorite Lego in your collection? Dude, I have a lot of the Lego plants. Oh, one of my plants. Oh, it's not looking good. I gotta water him. He fell over. I can't water him now. It's too late in the day. I don't hate this. Smooth stone slabs. Green would contrast the pink. True. We can have alphabet tower. I think that's pretty nice. I like that. It's really subtle. It's got a good like darkness to it, even though it's got that backlighting. And down here, I'm very much thinking is going to be dark. I'm thinking like most of these back slots here, like I'm thinking that's like some sort of deep slate tile. Just to really contrast against everything else. Up above, I kind of like downstairs being like bleh, darkness. And then up above is like, wee, happy vibes. Like, if you have the ability to get off this disgusting street, your life is great. That's what cyberpunk is all about, right? Baby Hoglin looks like a stray dog. Yeah, he's just a nether puppy. It's not his fault he's a nether puppy. Yeah, I like that. That's a good little lip. And we can actually repeat this. I'm actually going to carry this all the way across up here just so it becomes spawn proof. And then I want to get our oxidized copper. And we are going to work. So we have 3, and we'd have 3 there, and that would need to be that, and then we're gonna try and do bam, bam. So it's kind of every. That wouldn't be there. That would be. Let's do this. So we talked about doing like a little diagonal line thingy up here. We could move it all down a block. So it connects into there. Then we could clone it. And then we could get rid of those and move it in. Kind of like a double. And if I did like a little like, oh dang it, I was gonna say we could do both ends. Nope, that looks dumb. That's okay. What shaders is he using? 0. This is Minecraft. It's like an oversimplified corporate logo. Yeah. A little bit. This thing here, part of me wants to just like throw polished deep slate at it. But I have this feeling it's not the right move. Forgot to grab the front. That's just like too dark, huh? Yeah, that needs to be much brighter. That's just too dark. We could try polished andesite, potentially. Keep hitting night vision, sorry. The key right next to the... Because I want to figure out how to get a little bit of lighting on this guy too. But I do like the resin in here. It's kind of fun, including a little bit of it. Not even mods? Nope. This is just turn your game down to 45% brightness. If you ever wondered why your Minecraft world looks flat, it's because your brightness is too high, most likely. Don't hate that. Gotta get that moodiness, exactly. Yeah, definitely is orange on orange, which I'm not really loving. What wall? Because I wanted this to feel like a reactor-y element or like an exhaust fan was the goal. We've tried this once before, but I'm kind of curious to try it again. Is instead of all of this, just turning the brightness up. We did like grates back here. Or not even grates. Shelves. Shelves could kind of look like they've got like an exhaust going on them. Yeah, wait, that looks sick. Okay, I like that. And then do we want to try with like the middle? Yeah. Got our bamboo back. Not just bamboo, not bamboo. And then we need to get something behind those guys, which we could do a grate behind. Well, I want to get a little light back there, but I don't want the light source to be strong. Well, I know what we could use. Let's go to our trusty, handy, dandy copper. Ah, yeah. I like that. That looks pretty good. Yeah, the yellow works. The yellow works pretty dang good. Okay, and then at this point, I feel like we want to, because we have yellow and we have orange. And we have green up in here. I was going to say red, but red's too much. Let's just grayscale it, to be honest. Let's do like a darker grayscale. Yo, this is gonna suck to build in survival. Just in case anybody was curious how I'm feeling about building this in survival, it's gonna suck. That's not bad. Assuming we'll be making the mob switch before building. Yeah. After we finish my projects that I have for videos going live in December, we're probably going to start working on it on stream of getting the mob switch functionality live and see where we can take it. Okay. It's getting there. Thinking in here just now. Kind of fun to have some like piping, just like I feel like we just need a little something up there. This will make survival suck less, but what about placing pistons so it looks like pipes running through? That's kind of what I was thinking these guys would be like big pipes, but Pistons definitely give that effect too. I just wanted my lasagna pipes instead. For now. Nope, wrong way. We could do that, but that, again, like that, it's just super dark against the stone that we have in there. No. It's fine. I can fix. I fix. Yeah. I think it looks... We can maybe do that somewhere else, but... Hey, Kiwi, welcome on in. Cyberpunk Nether. Yep. Lightning rods, definitely going to work as pipes, too. They'd be like little baby pipes. Honestly, that could be like back in here. Okay. I think in this area, because it could be really cool, I would like to try doing...
Keep it real.
Oh, that's not right.
Maybe extended pistons could be interesting.
It could be interesting. Sounds like I want to cry. No. Dave, thank you so much for the donut, dude. I appreciate it. No, that needs to be like a loom, maybe? Kind of look like there's like a little like implied area for them to tuck their feetsies in. You know, you know what I mean. You're picking up what I'm putting down, I'm sure. I kind of like the idea of like they could each paint their own wall. Like this over here is also going to be a shop, but I think it's going to be like a full shop that you can like walk in. Whereas this is our little ramen shop. Copper and iron bars for dropping wires slash clotheslines. Yeah, I definitely want to do stuff like that, but for now we're just trying to get the cityscape in. I also don't want things like swooping back and forth too much across, because it needs to be elytra flyways. And the more that we add stuff like that going, the more likely I'm going to get myself hurt. So, for the sake of protecting future fWhip, we need to do everything we can.
Trees keep growing.
Havoc, thank you so very much. 37 months. That's a big tree right there. That's a big tree. How you doing? Welcome on in. Ooh, that's also already red. So that red could tie him up into here. A little like shoomp. Yeah, because that could be like a darker red up top where that's like bright and exciting red. I was going to put netherrack in, but then I literally was like, wait a second. Maybe this doesn't go to red. But it needs something to contrast against that. Well, if we just made it white. I think we just... No, because we got that like white machinery element stuff over there. No, I've got it. I've got it. Yo, I know how I jump scared myself real bad recently. With my new computer setup here. I forgot to turn off sticky keys when I installed it, and I pressed spacebar a bunch to like go up and down when I was doing something, and the window sound thing went through, and just absolutely made me jump because I completely forgot sticky keys was a thing, still is, but yeah, that was that was not my happiest moment there. Still live? I have been like 2.5 hours. I actually gotta run soon. We're gonna finish up this this little facade up here, and then I probably gotta run. I was gonna do the ramen shop, but I think that's gonna take me, honestly, a long time. No, I need to gear soonish. Thankfully, Prismarine's pretty easy to get. So we can actually get a decent amount of it pretty dang quick. The top up here, let's turn that into diorite, maybe? So just get started. Then we'll go into some pale planks. Give it a little bit more. And then down in here.
What about chorus trees as pipes? Harder to work with since they grow randomly and you can't place them, but they would be a different block to work with.
They would be indeed a different block to work with. I'll be honest, Durava, it sounds like it could be so cool, but that sounds like something reserved for creative builders. I don't think I'm even gonna look into that, dude. That sounds like it could be so freaking cool, but also at the same time, it sounds like I will absolutely hate everything when I'm doing it. This needs a little end rod light or something. Just like a little. Yeah, that's what we needed up there. It just needed some light. Now it needs some machinery elements on the front of it. Where's the blast? Ooh, actually, I kind of like this guy. The white on this could be kind of cool. Yeah, let's get that in there, and then let's get this right here. That kind of helps a little bit on that.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey Jamal, thanks so much for the sub, dude. How we doing? Welcome on in. Or Havoc with the gift sub to Jamal. Thanks. Hello. Also, Havoc, thank you for the. No, I got you already. It's 37 months. I was like, where's this 5 months coming from? If you haven't already, you could use raw iron. Raw iron definitely could go in somewhere, but we'll need to find a good spot for it before we start playing around with it too much. I think we're definitely getting there, though. Progress is being made. I think the top of this just needs to be mostly tough with a... I did that polished stuff up there because I was not expecting to be able to see it on this side, but now that we know we can see it here. Could try different chain colors. Yeah, I've been using some of them throughout, but I think the copper
Pleased
would...
to meet you.
Actually, that'd be a good tie into the orange down there. Relates it back down to the bottom a little bit. Havoc, thank you for another gift sub. I appreciate it. Purper. I think purper might be a little... We tried a little purper add-in right there. Which I like, but I don't want to overdo purper. Maybe a little bit on the shop in there. That could be really fun to do, like some neons and go with some purpers and whatnot. But I know this build is going to take 5 ever to make, but I'm really happy with how it's coming together so far. I'm not huge on those, but I don't know what else to do there yet. So I think we're just going to kind of leave it. It's looking pretty good.
Pleased to meet you.
Thank you to the anonymous sub gifter with the 5 gift subs. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Yeah, it's getting there. It's starting to look pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Make Pearl proud with purper. Dude, there's purper right there. We got it. We got it.
Pleased to meet you.
Looks rad. I'll take rad. I like rad.
Pleased to meet you.
I feel like I want this to like be in there, and then I wanted to do like a...
Pleased to meet you.
And then it'll come down. So that just like offsets it ever so slightly. I think next thing I want to figure out after we get these buildings that we have in here finished up, just for like context about where I want to take this all. Also, I'm thinking maybe this guy gets to be something different than what he is right now. I kind of like doing just like a few of these in here. Maybe he's fine. But I want to figure out like a front boardwalk. Like I want to figure out like a channel in here that we're going to have that's going to be cleared lava throughout, just like straight back here, you know? Just like it cuts straight through there. And so we'll need to get lava into that area. And, oh, I guess that thing got unerased. But then we can kind of have like a cool railing going along it. And then we'll even space to the other side of the tree and do another railing there. And then that would push back with another bit of a street. And then we would start more buildings on this side. So that when you're looking at the tree from here, you'd have all your buildings over here. You'd have all the buildings over here, like perfectly framing the tree is the goal. That like you could be standing here, and you just have like, you just have buildings going like this way, leading to the tree. And then eventually they'll just all surround the tree. And then we can have the nether fog really just like making it go crazy. Jewel, thank you so much for the 3 months of tier 1 subbage gifted to Moira. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And Havoc Track, thank you so much for the bits. Y'all kicking off another hype train? Thank you. Appreciate the support today. My random late scuff stream. Let's grab ourselves some mashy carbo. Doesn't look half bad. fWhip making a tree Cosmere over here. Goals. Goals. Country Bell, thank you so much.
Hype train. fWhip up.
Hype train. We love hype train. Sometimes the bot is like excited, and other times it just sounds so depresso. Just zero emotion. Just, this is hype train. I feel like I want a darker floor up here. This needs to be something more exciting for a wall. Mandolin, thanks so much.
Mandolin Zoom.
Zoom! That honestly is a great emote. It's a good one. So obviously our more exciting wall is tough. Tasking, thanks so much for the sub. Appreciate you. Thanks for the prime. And then in here we can also do some deep slate for like around the seated area. Make it look like their seats are scooching. Honestly, this could be a potential for that piston thing. Does that stand out too much when you're in basalt? No, that's actually pretty okay. We do like stack this guy over to here. He can do like a little, nope, wrong way. That way. Aha. Oh. We're just gonna cut corners. No, we're not. How do I get that to, oh, because it would need to be here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. But then we can go into here, and it's like a little like. I'm figuring it out. Yeah. Maybe it even goes out here. Boop, boop, boop. And then it goes. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Rails and trams, yeah. You're gonna hate gathering all that tough later. Dude, I just had to get 7,000 tough for the mountain I'm building right now. This is gonna be nothing compared to that. Wait until we finish those before we confirm that statement. Yeah, please do not add any foreshadowing to that. I appreciate it. Just kind of. No, what's gonna suck here is the dead coral. The amount of dead coral that's going into this is a lot. That's going to be the hard part. But I'm going to divide it up into building columns. So like this is going to be like one building schematic here. So I'll just gather the materials for that. Then we'll just do like one of this lower, and then we can have another of the building that's stacked on top of it. So it's really, in essence, is not actually going to be too crazy to get all of it. Because we can really much just like break it all down into smaller sections of stuff to have to manage. For now, that's going to go back to there. Stonemasons need to sell tough, Mojang, please. Honestly, I feel like tough just needs a crafting recipe like diorite and andesite and all those have. I don't need stonemasons to sell it, but I feel like some way to get it off of a crafting recipe would be fine. I don't need it fully given to me. Okay, so I've stopped using connected textures for glass. I've talked about this a few times on stream. I'm really, really loving the look of this without connected textures. This looks so much better without connected textures on. I feel like we get a lot cooler effects on all of the windows that we have. Choo choo, thank you so much for jumping on the hype train, y'all. I appreciate you. Excuse me, you're not freaking allowed up here, dude. Oh my god. What are you doing? Get off the canvas. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna wrap up today's stream, though. That's a lot of progress. This whole middle tower is textured up. That thing is done. Now that we've like sat here with it for a while, I like it. I think that's gonna stay. I don't think I'm gonna redo it. Maybe, I don't know. It might be gone by the next time we're working here. Who knows? I've joined the Discord. Where do I go for it? If you link your account, you'll get access to a downloads channel and like a supporters announcement channel. They're all in there. Yeah, should be live again on Friday. Yeah, okay, there it goes. I was like, what the heck happened to my game right there? Should be live again on Friday. So I'm off tomorrow though for Thanksgiving and all that. No video tomorrow, but thank you so very much for the support regardless and all this stuff and things going on. We'll see where we land on this whole Nether Hub thing. A lot of good work done today though. I appreciate y'all. Thank you everybody so much for the raids. If anybody who's stuck around in the raids, if you haven't already, consider clicking the follow button on Twitch or subscribing on the YouTubes or both. I appreciate it. Y'all are great. Let me go find somebody who is live playing Minecraft right now. I don't know anybody who plays Minecraft at this. Modded Minecraft Christmas SMP. Is that? No, I don't think that's the one that I'm on. Is that the one that I'm on? Is Cryptic in that? I don't know if they're on there. I don't know. I don't think they are. I was like, who's on here? Dude, I don't know anybody who is in this Minecraft category right now. Who should we raid? Any recommendations? I know speedrunners who are alive, but I don't know if I really want to drop y'all on a bunch of speedrunners. It's kind of a different vibe shift from creative building to speedrunning. Oh yeah, get railed. He's live. Yeah, let's go raid him. There, we scrolled down. I found him. Jump on in the raid if you can. You'll get bonus channel points, all that cool stuff. But thank you so very much for being here, my friends. From that, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye. Subscribe. Like the stream. Ooh. Follow. Notification bell. Turn it all on. It's great to have. Woo.